And listen to the ovation as Bryce Andonian gets the nod. He has been banged up all year, made his return last weekend at the Purple Raider Invitational. Just 3-0, matched up against Ed Scott, the high-scoring sophomore. Scott and Andonian buckle up here at 157.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold your breath. Someone is going to attempt a throw. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is Bryce Andonian.
Scott bridging up underneath, able to get to his base. Early fireworks from Andonian, who looks like he's been wrestling all year.
Andy said it was just a matter of time. I mean, you know how much confidence it takes just to throw someone of the caliber of Ed Scott? And so, Ed Scott just has to get himself composed. 6-0. Here it is. We said it. Lock the body lock, pinch it, and throw it. Take down. Full allotment of back points. Ed Scott has just got to come back, scoring 1 point at a time. Bryce Andonian hasn't wrestled a tough match in a long time. But one thing that Scott has to do is just be patient and just work his way back into the match.
Andonian, 6-0 here in this first period. Second straight year injuries have slowed him down at the start of the season. This year he injured his foot in a preseason wrestle-off. Last year he only wrestled 4 matches combined in the months of December and January. So this is a guy that can ignite his engine in a hurry. And now he has the cradle rock. Scott trying to get out, and he does. 4 more, though, for Andonian. And now Scott comes right back. Feet to back for Scott. He'll get the reversal on the edge.
Oh, my goodness. These last 20 seconds, give them back to me every time. Holy moly. Andonian cradle. Andonian locks in the cradle, throws him over, gets some swipes here. And what happens? Ed Scott gets right back and says, no, let me get your back and break it, and takes him right back down and gets the alignment off a reversal. Oh, we've been waiting for a match like this all match long. Oh my goodness, it's time to sex.
Just like that, Scott gets right back into it. 16 points on the board, and we might not be done in this first period. Scott very good at getting turns.
We said this before, all Scott has to do is just come back slowly. Bryce Andonian is going to be challenged. He hasn't had a match like this in a while. Ed Scott has been through just a great schedule, and he's looking through a roll through. But what does Bryce Andonian do? He pushes him on his back. Bryce Andonian might get a fall here. Good grief. This is just action. Thank you, gentlemen. Sean, it's 16-6. We're just leaving, ending the first period. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Andonian is going to let the dust settle here a little bit. He's going to ride out the final few moments. Everybody's going to take a collective breath and regroup here. 22 points.
Here's a roll through, but what does Bryce do? He steps over and puts a basic half Nelson in. Good job by Ed Scott to fight off his back. It was close. All it takes is 1 second, that's a fall. Sean, remind me of the score of this first period. This is crazy.
I'm not a math major. I can't keep up with it.
Man.
16 on the board for Andonian, who has wrestled only 3 matches this season. Trying to stick in the half as he goes to work. The All-American from a year ago, placed 3rd at Nationals at 149. That's something we haven't talked about. He, like Latona, has bumped up a weight, now at 57.
Now, what does Ed Scott have to do? Ed Scott has to do what he did in the first period, slowly get back into this match. It does not matter how, just how do you get back, you score points. (17-6). Now, at this point, Andonian is going to continue to wrestle his style, but he doesn't have to do anything reckless, because right now he's up 17-6. That being said, look at this. Look at this. I'm wondering, did Bryce Andonian take time off?
Certainly doesn't look like it.
He's knocking on a tech fall right now. Knocking on a tech fall.
So you see Roby there, and he kind of gave the flatten sign. A guy like Andonian, do you ever tell him to maybe put on the brakes a little bit? Don't get yourself in a position where Scott can get right back in it.
This is what happened. Bryce Andonian, 3 years ago, you would have to really coach him on that. But he's been through this. So he knows, like, look, I'm going to try and score, but he knows how to score when the opportunity is available. This is Sean. 2 more points and 2 more points, and it's a match termination for Bryce Andonian. It doesn't feel like it.
Scott, the reigning champion at this weight, in a buzzsaw right now. Down 13, leg in by Andonian, and a huge lead as this crowd starts to make more and more noise. On a night we weren't sure if we would see any bonus points. These two teams are so evenly matched. Will it be the All-American from a year ago that delivers? And that arm got up around the throat area, so they're going to stop the action. Some blood as well, I believe. I think Scott's bleeding up in the facial area, maybe a nosebleed, so he's going to go to the corner and a chance to not just physically regroup, but mentally as well for the third period.
I needed this regroup right now. You know what this reminiscent of is years ago when Kennedy Monday came in and Tech Fall McFadden, nobody expected this. I did not expect this. I didn't expect Bryce Andonian to look as sharp as he is right now. Shame on me.
Take a look at this weight here in the ACC. The national champion, Austin O'Connor. North Carolina trying to get a lot of guys healthy. O'Connor, one of them. And then you have Andonian and Scott. Raleigh's going to be fun in March.
I'm trying to get through this match. I'm having too much fun to call this match. Here it is. One thing that Ed Scott does, he has an underhook, and he'll lock behind the head, and he'll throw a headlock to either hip, left hip or right hip. So, because he's a thrower, he's still in this match.
Sit out by Scott. Short time wrestling, 9 seconds to go. Andonian just squeezing with his thighs and legs. Scott trying to work his way up. Andonian says, no, you don't. 19-6 into the third period we go. So here's a question real quick for you, Rock. Obviously no rust with the offense of Andonian. One of the more electrifying wrestlers in all of college wrestling. After the long layoff, the second question becomes gas tank, endurance. We'll find out right now in this third.
Everyone gets tired. It's can you function while tired? So at this point, Bryce Andonian's tired. Ed Scott's tired. But can you function? That means, are you going to get sloppy on some of your technique? So when you're tired, it's all about mentally still doing the right things. So don't get it twisted. Both guys are breathing hard. The question is, can you still function while tired? So Bryce Andonian will put a leg in, and when Ed Scott, looks like we get some back swipes here. Good job by Ed Scott to get off his back. And he's going to come on up, and wisely, and I say this with all sincerity, wisely, Bryce Andonian bailed out. He's like, there's no reason to fight this. Let me just not give up something that's ridiculous and give up back points. Because Ed Scott throws, he is still in this match. However, Virginia Tech certainly wants to try to work for a technical fall. They are in major decision area. Major decision is 8 to 14 point differential.
Scott 5-3 in duels, 11-4 overall. He's lost to Peyton Robb of Nebraska twice. Corbin Munson stunned him at the armbar, the Armory, and then a loss to Josh Humphreys of Lehigh in the collegiate duels down in New Orleans. That has been it so far in the loss category for Scott. Andonian is away. Riding time, 1:27 in favor of Virginia Tech.
So Bryce Andonian needs to get a takedown here. It's 20-8. Riding time, it makes it 21-8. A takedown. A takedown. He's got to keep him down. If he keeps him down, he can earn a technical fall. Now, what Ed's got, he's got to score a point to keep it to a major decision. Right now, since it is 22-8. With the riding time, it is 23. Can he get back points here? Ed Scott's almost there. He's got to get out of here to preserve just a major decision.
And he will get the reversal. He'll do even better. So what Scott is fighting for now is that all-important, valuable team point.
And so now he's got to get a takedown. Ed, he's got to get a takedown.
His coaches are letting him know.
He's got to get a takedown.
This crowd trying to get behind Andonian. 6 seconds. One last straight-on double shot. Scott fins it off. But 24 big ones put on the board. Welcome back, Bryce Andonian.